Good morning, people. What's going on? Welcome to the Easy Stream. Hangout, this fish room, get into all sorts of things. Sunday morning fish room hangout stream. Everything is always easy, right? Good morning. How are we doing today? Bionic Bigfoot was first. Good morning. Good morning. And he also gifted a membership. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. Fish and landed with things. What's up, man? He's second. Andy Carson third. Good morning, people. How we doing? Empire of Dirt Aquatics. Wow, I almost couldn't say that name. Jeff Kane, what's going on, man? Good morning. Good morning. Hopefully everybody can hear me. Am I heard? Oh, yeah, I hear myself. Okay, cool. Cool. Jason turned his clocks back. I did. Most of the clocks did it on their own. It's kind of wild. This is the good time. Like, you get that hour back, finally. It's like, maybe we just stop. Just stop. Stop moving clocks around. JD Grady, what's up, man? Good morning. Thank goodness we turned the clocks back. Yup, I hear that, man. All right, I heard Captain Blackbeard there, so that's working. Right. What else we got here? Shady Grady, good morning, good morning. Kane, good morning. Jen Yu, good morning, good morning. Southwest Florida Aquatics
Pepplin
in
Creek
the
Aquatics
house.
said, Jason, good morning.
Peplin's here, good morning. Dick's Signs,
Here
Dixon
comes
Signs.
the rain again,
Fishy Mon's here.
falling on my head like a memory, falling on my head like a new emotion.
Dick Signs, Dixon Designs, said, good morning, Jason and all. I do not know how long I can take the pain, but I will be here as long as I can.
Well, I'm sorry you're in pain.
Window Liquor, #5, said all bells and whistles working.
Well, great. Awesome.
Fish and Things
Thank
with
you.
Lando said, good morning, Jason.
Good morning. And Jen Yu, was that you? Good morning. Thanks for being here. Southwest Florida Aquatics, good morning. What's up? Dick Signs, I'm sorry you're in pain. Thanks for being here. Feel better. Victor C, good morning, good morning. Merrick T, what up? HHD, good morning, good morning. Is that greater than HHD? HHD. Michael A, what's up, man? Hopefully you got your package. It said it was delivered. Get it? Did you get your
Bionic Bigfoot said, hello, Fishymon64.
Did you get your Pleco Cave? Your Aztec Pleco Cave? I'm still getting used to these glasses, man. Like, I don't need to hold it out like this. All right. Where was I? Michael A. 3G, what's up, man? Branton Lightcap, good morning, good morning. Thanks for being here. DJ Autocross, what's up, man? Heading to the airport for a work trip. Well, that sucks, but thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate it. Listen on your ride. Killer
Fisherman64 said, is it 10 or 9?
It's 9. It's 9. Killer Kitty, this music makes me think of the song Knocking on Heaven's Door.
Michael A said it was delivered. Thanks again.
Fishymon singing.
HHD said it's a fishtail.
Well, I don't know. Good morning, Killer Kitty. All right, well, we got to get to this. Window Liquor number 5. What's up, man? Cruiser CB, what's going on? Good morning. Listen, anyone? Peplin, we said good morning. Good morning. Fishymon, good morning. There's a swap. Was it not next week? 2 weeks? 2 weeks? 2 weeks? I think it's 2 weeks. Don't forget. Got things to do. See, I think I said good morning to you. In case I didn't. Good morning, good morning. Jeremy, what's going on? Good morning. All right, what do we got? What do we got today? But
Victor C said, feels like fall, cool weather, Jason.
oh my God, it was 30 degrees. There was frost everywhere
Bionic
this
Bigfoot
morning.
said, it's 6 Fishymon.
It's 9 a.m. Should be 10, but it's not. It's only 9. And anyway, it was very cold this morning. It's only supposed to get a high of like 59 today. But anyway, what do we got going on today? I was talking about making a new overflow siphon thing for the smaller tanks. And I pretty much got everything together for that. So I did kind of like, everything's dry fit right now, but I can go through the process here. Basically some
Fisherman
quarter-inch
64
PVC.
said, "Good morning, everyone, and Jazrin."
Good morning. What's going on, man? Cut some pieces. Everything's dry fit. Some elbows, some T's, some fittings. Might have to glue this together. I watched this video that Skull sent me. Skull Aquatics. Excuse me. He sent me a video with this
Alison
guy.
AS said, "North Jersey AS auction next Sunday. Union, New Jersey live goods, driftwood only."
Live goods and okay, so live goods and driftwood.
Deb's Aquapet said, "Good morning, Jason and everyone."
Good morning. What's going on? Anyway, so how this works is it's basically I don't know. We'll just go through it. Let me move this. It's a siphon overflow. Hang on, where's on so I can see what we're seeing here. Anyway, Skull O'Clock sent me this video on this, and this is exactly how the guy made it. So I'm gonna roll with this. This is 3/4 inch PVC. Take it all apart because we do need to glue some of this. And this is 1/2 inch CPVC, which is smaller than half or Y, and it fits inside here. So I just bought a piece of this, cut it, some elbows. And how this works is the water, going to be a hole in here somewhere. Water's going to fill this tube. This is where the siphon is, and this whole U thing. It's going to carry over there, and it's going to drain out the bottom here, and it's going to fill up in here, and then spill out the drain. So now CPVC needs its own special
64
glue.
said, "Oh, by the way, I know someone selling a 125-gallon aquarium for $600 local to me ish if anyone is interested."
There you go. Anyone's interested. I mean, I'm always interested, but I got no room at the moment, so. It's what, 125 tank stand. I think it even comes with fish. Hang on, I'm getting some paper towels here so I don't make a huge mess anywhere. Let's take some of these rolls.
Window Liquor #5 said, "Can you try it before you glue it?"
Yeah, I guess. Problem is, you know, some of this stuff needs to be kind of watertight, so I'm just gonna try it before I do it. Let's try it.
John McKenzie said, "Good morning, weirdos."
Good morning, John. What's going on?
Fishyman 64 said yes, and 2 filters.
2 filters. All right. Let's just make everything tight. Whoops. That. Push that down a little. Now I cut these angle so that they can't sit like flat on the bottom and cut themselves off. Siphon. Okay. We need the elbow for the drain. Now I do have some of the hose from the other one. I could probably steal some. I'm only doing this for test purposes, right? So how can we test this easily? I gotta drill a hole in this first. I feel like I should drill the hole after it's glued. Well, actually, this side doesn't need to be drilled. This side is going to be sitting in the water. Let me drill a hole. Hang on. Gotta get my drill bit. Where are they? Not to disturb you there, kitty. Cats are laying together. Not squabbling. The other thing I need. Oh yeah. Okay. I think it might be upstairs. It's upstairs. Bear with me, folks.
John McKenzie said, "Is there delivery with that tank, Fishyman?"
Free delivery. Fishyman's gonna bring it. Put it on a Subaru and drive it to you. All right, where are my? I'm just not seeing them. No kitties. I'm trying not to disturb you. Oh, here they are. Derp. Bringing the old trusty drill motor out, man. I don't feel like running upstairs to grab the cordless.
Fishyman 64 said, "Hell no."
Hell no. All right. We must. Some room for a minute. Yes. What I need to figure out is where I want the level. Alright, if this is going to be sitting in a tank, the 10 gallon right here, going to sit, blah 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 blah, there-ish. So I think maybe like right below here. It's probably safe. Small.
Alishon A.S. said, "Is there a first aid kit nearby?"
There's some paper towels, man. Go. Oh yeah. I need that first aid. Hang on a second. I didn't have that tightened. One.
Victor C. said, "Liked."
Actually, we're just gonna go to the other side. Thanks, Victor. Appreciate that. Baking is always a good thing. Me, good. We get to another set of holes. Good enough. Away. So don't forget it. And lose it again.
310 Aquatics said, "Good morning."
Good morning. Good morning. What's going on?
John McKenzie said, "Who taught you how to drill, Kenny E?"
Hey, there's no blood. Everything's cool. Everything is cool. Oh, wait, I forgot my little clicker. Let's see if this. All right. I do see these holes are a little off. Not too bad. That one's pretty bad. Whatever. Turn this on. All right. Let's see. Everything's all said and done, and this is all glued together. Yes, it does work. Okay.
It could work!
All right. I think we're good for a test here. This goes here. That goes like that. Now we got to start the siphon. Let's try it over here. Looking at 75. All right, well, here we go. Get a bucket so I don't make a huge mess. Oh. It's probably gonna make a huge a mess anyway. Back you up here. Alright. Now, I think all I need to do is fill that side with water. Hang on. This is all dry fitted, so I can turn this that way. Give it a little more reach. I think all this has to do is just start the siphon. Get all the air out of this. Right? This. Put it in there. Maybe. Whoa. Not sure what's happening here. Water coming out. Enough. Maybe we did not start the siphon. Hang on. Let's move this lid a little further. Let's try that again. Oh, I know what the problem is. The water level's not that high. Like this, hang on. It might not work on this tank because this is too high. Alright, let me turn it on backwards and see. The water level has to be that high. It's currently not that high. So let's find something that is that high.
Window liquor #5 said my wife called 911 on Thursday because a carbon monoxide detector went off at 1 a.m. in the morning. But
Damn.
It wasn't saying you're gonna die. We just needed a new one. #panic crap.
Yeah, probably a good reason to panic. Here, let's see. Well, let me see if this is. Got to do it on this tank anyway. This might be a better option for testing purposes. This might work. This should work. I'm gonna have to fill this tank up though. It'd be easier to do that over here. This is actually a better setup. Okay. Hang on a sec, folks. Bring this camera over there. Test everything. And dry fit it. See what happens. Gotta fill this up a little, so I need to get the hose. We can move the camera, I think. I have not done any water changes on any of these tanks because I'm really kind of curious how much that 75 that we set up, the new 75, how that's gonna shake out after not changing water for a week.
Andy Carson said, does that hole need to be lower? Like
Yeah.
how low it gets drained to?
Yeah, those holes on the inside are where the water is going to drain to. I wanted to keep it kind of high because I was thinking about using it on 5 gallons and 10 gallons. Because I can use the bigger one on these bigger tanks, I'm just going to fill this up. That hole. You can even see the holes there, right? Where's my phone? Get my phone real quick while that's filling. Nope, I got to turn the camera up a little. Should be better.
Alicia Nayas said, any update on the anti-BBA stuff?
Yeah, we'll go into that. We'll take a look at the bucket. I just want to fill this up real quick. Whoa, that's high. Don't get much fuller than that, folks. Yeah, we'll take a look at that anti-BBA stuff in a minute. And then we're going to test that water, and then we're going to do some water changing. And we're going to build this PVC thing. Then we're going to test some water. Can you guys see this one here? Get a little closer. I don't know if you can see the holes from there. Try this. water. I don't want to put there.
Go with the flow. Aquatic said, good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Should we just do this? No? Nothing? I'll get a siphon. Oh, I just did. All right. There's some water flowing. Let's see if it stops at the air bubble or the wherever the holes are. Then we can add water. And then obviously when we add water, water should be coming out, right? Anybody need to use the restroom?
Window Licker #5 said, what happened to the tannins in that tank?
Remember that time that we tested the first siphon?
Said, good morning, all.
Good morning, Select Bet. And yeah, Window Licker, when we did the first siphon test and we blew all that water in and out, that cleared all the tannins out of this tank. Like almost, well, I mean, it's still, you can kind of, the camera really isn't picking it up. There is still some in there. It's still a little tannish, but it's not as, definitely not as much as it used to be. There's some black beer in here, in case you can't see it. Alright, well, I mean, got a slow little trickle. You know what I do have is, I do have this hose over here. Try that out. Once we get to the point where it's, let this test for a minute. Whoa. In case you didn't see it, this is hooked into the cold water supply. So this is just fresh water. Not RO, but it's hooked into an RO plumbing like system. Not on at the sink yet. But this is how I've been filling some of these tanks. Because I can control the amount of flow with that little valve. Basically there's 2-3 valves in here in this system here. Now, this is draining a little bit here, huh? I think it's working. Let's see how low we go. I guess it'll drain to the lowest hole, right? That would make the most
Select
sense.
Bet said, how old is that pipe? I hear the slow trickle is common when it gets older.
It's restricted flow, you know. Definitely slowing down now. Might take a while. We'll let that drip for a minute until it's done. We don't have to rush that. Let's test the water. Let that drip down. Look at this tank for a minute. I'm gonna grab coffee. Hopefully there's still some left. All right. Coffee in hand. Test tubes. Oh yeah.
Window Liquor #5 said, "Nice job, Jason. It's working."
It's working. It's working. Yes. It's you know, physics, science, right? It would be, well, you know, I guess there's a lot that could. It would work better too, I think, if like, you know, once the seals are, once it's watertight and put down. The whole thing doesn't have to be watertight, but definitely should be. Some of it. That interior CPVC stuff should definitely be watertight. And anything where the drain side of it probably should be watertight too. I don't think I need to worry too much about those that's kind of holding it all together, and anything inside the tank really. So, let that drain down a little while. It's kind of going real slow, so I might need to put some more holes in that. Speed that process up. Then again, I got to worry about if I put too many holes in it. Then I got to worry about, like, you know, if I'm doing like small tanks like fry, getting into it and stuff like that. All right, we got the water. Let's move that lid back, light to where it's supposed to be. Let's go over to this part. Let's move this stuff out of the way. I don't know if you guys can hear the water dripping, but I can hear it dripping, so I'm going to move this camera for now. New local Austin, what's going on, man? Good morning. Hope you're doing good. All right. We can, oh wait, before we move this up, why don't we look at
Ian Dixon Designs said, "Jason, I always wondered how those worked. Thanks for the demonstration."
Yeah, no problem. Well, we're gonna glue it together too, so I'll make sure I go over it one more time. All right, let's look at this nastiness. Yeah, we need to rinse this because this is gross. This is the test thing. Where's there? Bam. So we're testing that 2-hour Aquarius thing. I think it's what it's called. Or 2-hour, 24-hour, 2-hour Aquarius. These are the buckets, right? Gross, nastiness. This is the one that I put the stuff in. It actually looks like pieces of the wood are coming apart. And this is the one that was just water. See that, you know, it's getting some scum on the top there too. Definitely nasty. I'm gonna flush this and we'll take a look at how that is. All right. That's gross. Hang in there, people. Definitely don't want to spill this. Oh my God, this almost trip and fall. Get up in there. Yeah, pretty nasty, honestly. We're gonna dump everything out. That drain. There's still BBA all over everything, don't get me wrong. But something's degrading in there. I think it's taking off a layer of wood is what it's doing. I think that acid is soaking in. Ugh.
Select Pet said, "Sounds like my luck. Trip, fall, and end up head first in the bucket."
Yeah. I know the feeling, man. All right, here. Let's rinse this bucket out. This is gross.
Window Liquor #5 said, "This seems like a really good system for Whip's world. He wouldn't overflow or drain tanks and wouldn't have to stand there a baby, sit it for his big tanks."
That's not a bad idea. You know, well, you know. Usually you know when Whip's here, but remind him. It's not a bad idea. Clean up some of this nastiness in here. Oh going to rinse everything off real quick. I guess we can do this again. I'm just going to use the rest of this bucket. But, or the rest of that bottle. There's definitely like the wood has gotten soft. At least this wood has. So I think maybe it is affecting the wood, and that's why that looked very brownish instead of blackish from BBA. I think it was the wood coming apart. But here, I'll bring the rocks and stuff over so we can look. I mean, still BBA all over this thing. Same thing with this. This is the wood that was coming apart. Should take this out. Nope, whatever. We're in for a dime, we're in for a dozen, man. Alright, let me dump this out. We'll refresh. Oh my god. We'll do this experiment for one more week.
Whip's World said I love brownish. Hiya, beautiful
Whip!
people. Let's get tanked.
We were just talking about you, man. Window Liquor has the solution to all your problems. Ow. Here. I'm just gonna carry this over there. And we're gonna fill these back up. I'm gonna let these sit here for another week. Still good, right? We're still good. This is the control, and this is the rest of that bottle. I'm gonna put it in there. See, I don't know if I would do this with fish in there, man. I'm not really, I mean, I'm noticing a noticeable rate of change on that wood, but it might just be this log. You know what? Maybe we should take this out, because if this is falling apart, it's going to skew the results, right? Take it out. Here, we can fill them both at the same time. Good thing I'm on concrete. I'm making a mess. Just the rest is going in. All or nothing, man.
Michael A. said I lost my only patch of BBA last week. It lifted off a coconut cave during a water change. I'm not sure what loosened it.
Yeah, probably just lost its will. You have to really keep up on the BBA, man. It's not easy. Lost its will to continue. Or it just wanted to go somewhere else. I don't know. Trust me, I don't know. BBA's all over the place everywhere, so. It has a mind of its own. Like an anemone. And I need to rinse some water down that sink. Alright, I do not hear the water flowing anymore over there. Dripping anyway. So I'm going to turn on the valve. Yeah, it's on there. Okay. Turn it on over here. And alright, so this is good. We'll let this sit for another week, see what happens. The clicker right here. Let's go this camera. Back over to this little experiment that we're doing here. Get the camera up. There we go. The water has stopped flowing, so looks like it is at the top of that thing, right? Too close or too close?
Whip's World said BBA isn't a strong, gripping growth. I had the entire back wall of my 55 covered in it, and every time I did a water change, I'd lose half of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now, if we put this on a little bit. Just start running out again. Unless the siphon broke. Come on, man, what's going on? He's like an air bubble. Let's see. Let it get a little bit. I mean, it might also be because the, like it's not glued together, so there are air gaps. Air might be getting in, breaking things, siphons. I don't know, man. Here, let's turn this up a little bit. Full chooch. Yeah, not looking good. Siphon broke. Oh, wait. Maybe it just wasn't high enough. Didn't have enough pressure to get through the hole, I guess, or whatever. Maybe the holes are too small. Maybe I gotta make the holes a little bit bigger. That's probably a better idea. I will do that when we go to glue it. Alright, so now we're at the
Whip's
point where...
World said, I've only been partly paying attention, Liquor. I'll go back and listen again. I'm always up for a better plan when it comes to these glass boxes. Currently in vacation whatever mode, so...
No, he was talking about... I was building this new siphon, the smaller one, to
Jen,
test
you
it
said,
out.
was it
And he's
BB-8
saying...
that Rachel O'Leary had in her monster fish tank?
Yeah, it was. It was. The one that, like, would, like, wave in the wind and stuff. But anyway, the wind, the current. Whip. He was talking about, you know, the solution to you overflowing tanks might be to have something like this. Like a system where it's draining as it's filling. So that, you know, it gets a lot harder to overflow tanks. So if you forget it for a while, you're just flushing in clean water in the tank. And I'm sure the fish are probably just, you know, enjoying it. Alright, well this does seem to be working. Like water is coming in. And water is going out. I'm sure I'll have to play with flow rates. I do think those holes need to be a little bit bigger, so I'm going to drill them bigger when we go to fix this up. But I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to let that go. I'm going to let that drain. And we're going to go over to test this water. And when that's done draining, then we will glue it up and stuff. Clicker. Clicker, 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 clicker. Hang on, let me set the camera up first. Yeah, so it's going to drain down. I think having bigger holes in there will probably get a better flow rate too.
Skull Aquatic said,
Yo.
I got here just in time to see it work.
You did! And thank you for that link, man.
Window Liquor #5 said, I call this a success. Glue it, dude.
Glue it, dude! I know, I'm just going to let it drain the tank down. Let it work, do its wonders. Alright, let's switch cameras back to this. Take my phone. Let's get some testing supplies. Phosphates. This is the 2-hour Aquarius stuff. This is now trash. All right, my final opinion on that 2-hour Aquarius stuff is I think it's kind of like it probably functions just the same way that hydrogen peroxide would. Is kind of how they ask you. That's what the what instructions are. Very similar. You're supposed to use a pipette. You're supposed to spray it. So the feeling it probably does the same thing as hydrogen peroxide, except it uses some sort of weak acid. Carboloxic, whatever. I don't even know how to say that word. Carboloxic, carboxyl acid. I don't know. Carboloxic. Man, what I'm saying. Really liked it when they were individual packets and not just a stream. No, I gotta tear them off. Although they do seem like they're better. Like these are like the, what do you call them? What's the word I'm looking for? Your foil packets. You know what I do need is scissors. So hang on one sec. Know where they are. Be right back. Thought I knew where they were. Maybe I brought them down already. On the box cutter. What the? Yes, I did. Remember seeing it. Hold on. Not there. There. Oh, I saw it. Here. Scissors in here? No. What? Alright, whatever. Plan B. I'm gonna use the X-Acto knife again. You know. What the hell did I do with the scissors? I swear they were upstairs on the table. Alright. First things first. These vials. Turn on the nitrates. My fingerprints off the glass. Bubbles off the glass. Add the calibration fluid. Press. Add C2. This is nitrates. High range nitrates. Cut. Woot woot. All right.
Window Licker #5 said the green rock tank is loving life, looking really good.
Thanks. Yeah, it is doing pretty good. I need to trim some of those. They're kind of out of control. A little bit of hair algae getting in there. Can kind of see it, but a little bit of blackbeard too. But yeah, I need to trim some Nubias. Probably make more than one plant. Shake. Shake. Good. Rinse off. All right. Press and hold. That's down 7 minutes. This. Hydration fluid.
Skipper's Aquarium said, "Who are we
Yo.
watching? Hello, everyone."
What's up, dude? Good morning. You're watching? Are you awake yet? Still early? So real quick. Boom. Alright, let's get this in there. Slice that up. Just kind of do it. Oops. That one. Shake, shake, shake. What's up?
Whip's World said, "Shady, I'm poolside with a coffee and a shot of bourbon." So I'd say it's been a success so far.
Nice. It's a little early for that bourbon, though, don't you think? Although we did just change the clock, so it's probably an hour later than it probably feels an hour later than it is. Go. 3 minutes. 5 minutes left. A little bit of time.
Vinoksky said, "Good morning, fishy friends."
Good morning, Vinoski. Where are you, Whip, anyway? I'm guessing you're not at home if you're sitting by the pool. Because I don't know where you are, but it was cold. It was like 30 degrees out this morning. Explicitly cold. Alright, we're going to let that count down. This camera on slightly to the side so I can get in here. Pull out this dead leaf. Should also add, need to add, I emptied that bag of potassium. I have another one that I didn't bring down yet, so grab that real quick.
Whip's World said, "Is it ever too early for bourbon? I'm on Marco Island in Florida for 2 glorious weeks, Jason."
Hell yeah, man. It's never too early for bourbon, but, you know. It is Sunday, you know, why not? Enjoy. Plus, you're not working, so. Alright, here we go. I have a whole nother bag of potassium sulfate. 5-pound bag. This is, I think, what I had last time. So, we can use that. That's the only fertilizer I have been adding to my tanks. And, yeah. Because according to these tests, I have plenty of phosphorus and I have plenty of nitrogen. So, other than micronutrients, the only macro they would need would be potassium. And this is a new tank, theoretically a new tank, so we're testing out new possibilities.
Jen Yu said, "I recently made apple pie infused bourbon. There is a video on my channel."
Ooh,
Skipper's
that sounds
Aquarium said, "Have fun, Whip. Island
really
and
good.
Skipper don't mix, LOL."
Islands and Skipper don't mix. You're afraid it's gonna sink? Tsunami? That would suck. Hopefully there's no tsunamis, Whip. Alright, we've got 20 seconds left here.
Window Liquor Hash 5
Whoops.
said, has anyone tried the easy potassium from the coop? I was going to give it a try.
I have not. I didn't even know they had an easy potassium. Oh, and I did hear that they are no longer manufacturing their lights. The Aquarium Co-op is, I guess, the people that they get to make the light isn't getting out of the light business, so they're not making lights anymore. So until they find somebody else to make the lights, there are going to be no lights. Aquarium Co-op. That's my understanding. What I read. I think I saw it on their Facebook page or something. I have not tried the easy potassium. But yeah, let me know how it works, man. Did that read? That did read. That says 0.29, right? That's exactly what it was last time. Oh yeah, and I was going to read TDS too. Let me find my TDS meter. Oh, we still got this countdown happening. 029, huh? 22. $422 or $427. It's not horrible. I haven't done anything since whatever last week. 427. Did not test the iron, but because every time I've tested it, it's been 0. Which might be a problem why I have BBA and stuff. Maybe it needs iron. Maybe we should add iron. Iron to add. Bit. 15.5.
Window Liquor Hash 5 said, yeah, Corey is bummed out about it. No more coop lights. Mine works well, and I have no complaints about it.
Yeah, mine works well too, and I really don't have any complaints about it. I really wish it had like a better price. The price difference between that and the Fluval one is not that much, and the Fluval has a whole lot more features. And not saying it's not a nice light. It is definitely a nice light. I'm on the fence about it. Oh, look at that. All right, so that was that. Well, wait here. Let's look at the chart. What's going on? Bam. Okay. Phosphates were high, then dipped. Flatlined, right? Back as they were. PDSs are a little higher. I don't have a chart on that. And phosphates or nitrates dropped slightly. So that's good. Good sign. You always do a little bit of a water change to make sure because it's been a week. Up. This pink stuff up here indicates when I fertilized with the potassium. Not test TDS that first week. On tracking it.
Whip's World said, Skipper, I always wait until after I'm burned to the color of a lobster. It's kind of my thing.
Yeah, you know. All right. Now we're going to take this out. All right. Take this out. Broke the siphon.
Skipper's Aquarium said, what is that thing?
You're going to see, man. You're going to see. Hang on, let me go to this camera. Down here. Start drying some of this stuff off. So I need the drill. A little bigger hole. stairs, so I'm going to use this one. I ran up and down the steps like 6 times already. I would have thought ahead one bit. I would have brought it with me. All right, let's go. I wouldn't say crazy big, but let's go. Let's tape. Yes. Hold on. You just started eating into that one too quick. Okay. We can turn it. There we go.
Window Liquor Hash 5 said Jason Skip wants to know what that is.
Yeah. It's a overflow siphon. Okay, I think we're good on the drill. Way. Yep, I'll go over it in a sec here, Skip. Let me put all this away. It is an overflow siphon, which means that once you start to siphon up, anytime it'll drain down to a level, and then anytime water gets added, it will drain water back down to the level. So you can do a constant, what do you call it, a constant water change kind of thing, or set it for a little while and then come back and turn it off. I made a bigger one a couple weeks ago. It's right here. And I was using it on the bigger tanks, and it's, things I don't like about it is this T is a little too low, and this is where the water wants to level out at the T. That's actually the biggest problem I have with this thing. But this is good for the big tanks, honestly. You handle a pretty bigger amount of water. Although I haven't really tested how much the other one can handle yet. So let's figure that out. But this is just a bunch of PVC, all 3/4 inch. I'm gonna set this real quick so I'm gonna rinse this. The flakes out of it. Actually, I should just take that out. There we go. This is the tank side, so this one I don't need to worry about gluing. As a matter of fact, I don't think I need to worry about gluing this T, that T. I should glue this here on down. I guess I could glue this to make sure it doesn't separate. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. So this could leak here, maybe. Sitting on a rim, and it could be outside the tank, it could be leaking. But this isn't going to see any water either, because this connection here is glued. Yeah, because the water doesn't actually flow through that channel. It flows through this CPVC, which is 1/2 inch. 3/4 inch, 1/2 inch. CPVC is apparently smaller than normal 1/2 inch. Fits in there like that. That touches the bottom here, but also allows enough that there's some gap there that it doesn't seal itself off. And then once the siphon is established, water will drain into this hole, fill down this tube. This CPVC pipe will pick up the water. This has a siphon in it currently, or will have a siphon in it. And then it drains down to here. And when it drains, it fills up this hole to this level, and then it drains out here to wherever you want it. That makes sense. That's the physics behind it anyway. Now, let's try this up. Like that. I think I am. Just because. Jeez. Right? And plus I want it to be sturdy, not important. Drop it. The only thing that could break off would be stem part. So yeah, I think we're going to do that. Take this out of here so we can put some pipe thread in there. Up. This one we'll need. This does not. Well, let's do this. You over there. We don't need you. We don't need you right now either. Up. Oh, this. Probably. Let's get the primer. Still looking at. Aaron and I left it on the chart. You were looking at our chart this whole time. I was like, damn it. All right. Primer. Towel here. Off to the side for now. That. That. Yep. Okay. Down. All right, let me get the glue. Well done.
Aquarium Fantasy said, good morning, everyone.
Yo, good morning. Let me get some pipe wrench here to open up this can.
Whips World said, Debs, it's 10 or 6 here on a Sunday morning. I think.
Easy like Sunday morning. Okay, so doing this again. Go that. Okay. This way. This way. All right. That. This whole piece. This one.
Window Liquor Hash 5 said, Jason, did you eyeball the length on this?
Yep.
Or did you use a
No.
formula?
I did. Well, I cut one piece at 6 inches and cut one piece at 7 inches, and then I had to cut the one down to fit this. This fitting isn't the same size as that fitting because this one's threaded. This ones are all slip. Well, these two are. This is slip by female pipe thread. This is slip by slip by slip. So I had to adjust for that. So I just kind of eyeballed it at some point. I did cut them originally like 1 inch apart. But yeah, then I just kind of eyeballed it. I wanted them to kind of problem. Should be wait, no primer. I mean, just primer. Oh, you know what? While I'm here with the primer, I should prime the CPVC too because it uses the same primer. It uses a different. Set that there. Set that there. Out the way, little cat. Alien. Hold on. Oh, jeez. Ow. Dry. Okay. There's that. There's that. Let's try this out. Good. Prime. Sec. Put this away.
Skipper's Aquarium said, "Good mornings, Terry. Listen here, you little..."
Dennis Christensen, good morning. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing all right. Team Detritus, what's up, dude? Holy cow, I've been on Aquarium Fantasy. Morning. All right, let's we're done with the primer. Set that here for now. Glue dry. Let's oh man, that was tight. Let's get out some paper towels. Reuse that a little bit. Okay, see what we can do here. Try not to make a huge mess. This and that need to be. Start here. This mess. All solidifies. It's pretty good. Other excess glue. That's good. Cool, cool, cool. Now we need to do this into there. So, bloop, 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 gloopy, gloopy. Go for a sec. Edge up. Should be pretty good. It's fitting. Sets of drinks. Yeah. This way it'll drink further away from the tank, but if I wanted it to be I think this way to kind I'll turn it to the side. Way. This one. Around. So we want this to go. Keeping kitties. Edge. Okay. Yes, yes. This. There. This goes there.
Whip's World said, don't forget to pound that thumb. Pound it hard, pound it well.
Pound it! Oh. Let's put this cap on. Huge mess. Wait for that. Oh. Separate. Okay. Alright, I think that's pretty much glued as far as that's concerned. So, and this just has to go in here, and that's the whole setup. This could be a little tighter. Match that. Perfect, right? Boom. Oh, ooh, there you go. Done. Here, let's set this here. Done with this glue. Seal this up. Hang on, before we go into more glue, let's finish up the pipe.
Skipper's Aquarium said, Whip talking dirty AI.
All right. Let's get a little pipe thread on here. Let's see, this goes that way, so. Won't untighten the. Probably good enough. Really don't even need this. But whatever. If I have it, I should use it. Tighten this down. Turn it. Go. Okay. So water flows in. Out this tube. Okay. Perfect. So this part's done. Set this over here. Bring out the CPVC.
Skipper's Aquarium said, talking dirty and laying pipe. While needs more bourbon, lol.
Need a little more bourbon for that. All right, let's open this. This is the different glue for the CPVC. Come on. There you go. Paper towel. So I'm ready. So we're just this one first. Whoa. I did not expect that. Yellow glue. Hmm. Yeah, those worked. Cancer that stuff. sure we rinse this stuff good, man. Too much.
Whip's World said, Skip, is there any other way to talk AI?
Talk AI. So like Chat GPT. Smokes. Alright, we just gotta glue this up.
Skipper's Aquarium said, Fangers.
Bangers. Skip, you going to that swap coming up? The Aquarium Club of Lancaster County. It's 2 weeks. Kirk and I are going. I think TJ was going to go too. I haven't been able to get a hold of Maria. I don't know what's up with her. I hope she's alright. Hope everything's well. Alright, there's that. And this one, right? Alright, there we go.
Skipper's Aquarium said, I have to work, can't make it.
Sucks. Oh well, dude. I know how it goes. Work is work. Slightly a little different lengths. Oh. Alright, let's let this harden, solidify. I'm going to put the lid back on this thing. Glue. It's down. What to do with the wrench? Here's. All right. It's over here. It's out. It's away. And we're going to let this sit and cure for a little bit. I'm going to do the water change on the other tank. So we're just going to swing this camera. How's that? All right? All right. Good. Good. We can get closer. Make this get lower.
Window Liquor #5 said, speaking of work, any big projects happening at your work? Jason.
I've been on this one job site. It's an hour away. Building a pretty big, not high retaining wall, very long.
WFL Aquatics said, I'm so excited my electric blue ramfry have survived 1 week with me.
Yay!
Hatching, I pulled another span last night. Hatching eggs now.
Awesome. Definitely cool. Definitely cool. Congrats. All right, we're gonna start changing some water here. Just cause I can. And it can't hurt, right? Everybody seems to be settling in this tank pretty nicely. The other thing I need to do is I need to address the 125. Speaking of 125s, Fisherman mentioned it earlier. Is I gotta do some water changing on that because siphon keeps breaking, and I think it's because the The water level is getting low. I shouldn't even bother doing this until I'm done doing the water change. It's gonna make more of a mess. I am gonna do. I have some baby brine to feed tonight. Into that in a little while. Oops, scared you, buddy. Sorry. Clean the glass on the flounder tank. Probably gonna feed them here in a little bit. Figure I'll clean the glass now so we can see them. Settle out.
ZUFL Aquatics said the fry are so small when hatched, baby brine shrimp are bigger than they are.
Really? Really? Wow. That's pretty little. Alright, does this work? Yes, okay, cool. I soaked that in a fish or a bucket by
Window
accident.
Licker Hash 5 said Reed Terry's commit Jason and Low.
Alright, hang on. Driving a car, van, hour, then sit in said car, waiting on concrete trucks. Yeah, that's work. Alright. Yeah, unfortunately, it's more than just that. Gotta take tests. I have to document stations. You know. I have been testing concrete too. It's like this big. It's like half. What is it? It's like a restaurant with apartment buildings attached. I don't remember. It's like a town center thing they're trying to build. Some weird. All sorts of weird stuff, like a foot pedestrian bridge going over a swale. It's like supposed to be fancy, I guess. You know, it's got retaining wall like wraps around the whole thing. That's kind of what I've been doing. They're 1 week old. Just got them started on baby brine last night. Nice. Come on now. Now, retaining walls are a little bit different. You gotta know geogrid lengths, what level what elevation you're supposed to be at, footings, bearings, capacity. Yeah, station numbers, where the curves are, where the drainage tiles are supposed to go. It's more than just sitting there, I'll tell you that. Be nice to just sit. But yeah, the days I gotta wait for concrete, you know, it's what am I supposed to do? I'm there to test concrete. The concrete's not here. I'm waiting for concrete. I mean, I make sure that they're pouring where they're supposed to be pouring. But other than that, man, there's not a whole lot I'm doing with concrete. I hate testing concrete too. It's freaking pain in the ass. I've not fed these guys in a little while. Well, I didn't feed them last night, but they're all hungry. I have baby brine shrimp to feed out tonight. Hurry. We'll be doing that. Yeah, I skipped the feeding last night. Fun. It's actually the first time this week I didn't do it. In the ground. Hot in here. I'm hot. drank all that coffee too. Alright, so once this PVC thing is glued up, once we're done doing this water change, I guess we can test it. Test it on like I'll test on maybe when it's 10 gallons or something. That's I don't know. I gotta do some maintenance on some of these tanks. Algae all over the place in some of these tanks. Yeah, not a bad idea. We'll test it. We'll see how it works. I'm just gonna let this drain down a little. Do have to end a little bit early. Place before it closes.
Window Liquor Hash 5 said, so what's the plan? Are you going to track this new 75, or are you going to track Mr. G's tank and kill the BBA in there with this new pass-through water change system?
I could track them both. I just wanted to keep track of this to kind of see, you know, since they're theoretically the BBA has been, I wouldn't say removed from the tank, but it's a whole new system now, right? And obviously the parameters are a lot different than they were. So I want to see if I can keep this in check if the BBA stays in check. Put it that way. Certainly do the pass-through water change system on the other 75. I have been doing it on that one. Like, I haven't done it this week, but yeah. Maybe we'll set that up. Oh no, because we need to steal the hose from that thing. We'll do a little testing here in a minute. There are these some sort of fire mouse? There are 2 fire mouse in there. The ones you're seeing in the front there are Tapajos, Pyrocephalus, red-headed Geophagus. There are 2 fire mouse in there, 3 Geos, best of them somewhere, Cories, Rainbow Darter, or Rainbow Goby, Moon Tiger Pleco.
Whip's World said, all right, I'm off to hang with my kids and grandkids. It's the first time in nearly 4 years we've all been together in the same place at the same time. Not since Miles passed. Be well, everyone.
All right, Whip. Right on, man. Enjoy that. And hope you have a good time, man. Yeah, there's the festivum there in the corner. Not sure where the other fire mouse. Oh, the fire mouse is behind. There it is. He just poked his head out, chased everybody off, and the other fire mouse behind the filter. Right. Usually the tiger pleco goes underneath there, but I think he might have found a better home now that he's been in his tank for a couple of weeks. Like the last tank, this was a 55 gallon that I had to upgrade to a 70. Well, I upgraded, didn't have to upgrade. But the 55 started leaking. So I figured it was time to replace it. And 75 fits better in this spot, so we upgraded. But yeah, everybody seems to be doing alright. You guys are probably hungry because of it. So. It was interesting to see that.
said, good morning.
Good morning. What's going on, man? desktop. It shouldn't even. Oh, you don't have an exclamation point in your desktop? Exclamation point speak, and then whatever you want it to say. It has to be one word speak, exclamation speak. Yeah, man. All right, let's almost done. I have noticed that the BBA in here is like drastically dying off.
Team Detritus said, bite me.
See, it worked. Maybe we shouldn't have told him how to do that. Some chewed up lead. Oh, it's draining. I'm just going to drain this down a little. This is the third week? Okay. We got to do a little bit of. There were some yellow shrimp I got from Garden of Eater at the Keystone Clash. I put them in this 110 gallon here. I have been feeding it, but they were really little when I got them. This tank is now becoming an algae mess, so I'm gonna have to change clean. Check it out. Maybe we could try that new system on it. That's not really good when you're doing a lot of like heavy maintenance. That's good to just keep up on stuff. Because you know, scrape algae off the glass, I want to get siphon to suck it out. The mess I'm making. Set it up somewhere else and check that out. Yeah, you can't spam the bot too quick, or it I think it's like a 30-second cooldown between
Alishana, yes, there's
individual
any
comments.
BBA in there yet?
Not yet. And the BBA that was transferred in here, like on the filters and stuff, is starting to turn like a grayish white, or gray, brownish gray, I should say. So we'll see. One of the reasons why I don't keep up on the water changes, so we hopefully don't get any blackbeard out taking over. All right, that power head's gonna start sucking air in a minute. I'm gonna stop this. You said that Fishroom said nice driftwood. Thank you. Yeah, I bought that at the Keystone Clash like 2023. It's been sitting in my fish room for a year on the ground until I finally, when I got this 75, I'm like, hey, that wood would fit in there, wouldn't it? And I think it looks good. I like it. It's definitely a centerpiece. Big piece of wood. Let's kill that. Little tube. Let it rock, let it roll. Yeah, I've been adding the potassium like once a month, I think. Let's keep up on that. Probably should do it like every 2 weeks or something, honestly. But we'll see. I think these plants were still trying to reestablish themselves, so I don't want to It's been what, 3 weeks now? 3 weeks since we changed the tank? Well, this might be the 4th week. Maybe not. Firemouths are looking. The other firemouth is, I had to move him into the 75, or the 125. Real big. I think they're all males, so I think having 3 males in a tank was a little too much. It's going to lead to disaster. I think at least now this tank's kind of big enough. It's probably enough hides. Probably with each other.
Team detritus said I have to go buy Toliet paper because I live with 2 women, and I'm not sure what they do with it, but it seems to disappear as soon as I put it in the closet.
Yeah, I know that struggle, buddy. Stuff that's in there. I had it originally stuffed in there, but it got knocked loose. Filter back in. Powered up, buddy. I ordered some buffalo head cichlids. Sweet. What's up, Aquaballs? Haven't seen you in a while either, man. How you doing? Buffalo head cichlids. I was looking at that jaguar cichlid or whatever that was. A Cuban cichlid, whatever that was. I think it was cool. Maybe. Maybe I gotta do a little rearranging in this fish room. Get another big tank. Put some cichlids in there. Cool. Alright, let's turn this filter back on. I think we're good. Going. Yep, it's flowing. So far this tank is doing alright. Pulling it. Just top this off. We'll mess with the siphon overflow. The new one. Little one. So a little bit more. Oh yes, I know, it's cold. 74.9 degrees. Cooled off. Have it set to go up. 75. I could probably adjust that so it stops doing it every time I do a water change. But lets me know it's working. Alright, alright, alright. Okay. Well, just out of the way. Alright. Let's take this new construction thing. I'm going to rinse it all out. Should we get a we can out of this thing.
Jen Yu said, how are the flounder doing?
Doing good, Jen. We're gonna feed them here in a little bit, hopefully. Just gonna run some water through this for a couple of minutes.
M&C Aquatics said, I pick up 8 spanner barbs today. Haven't seen those since I was a kid.
No, man. I don't even know what they look like. But that sounds cool. You getting them from a local dude or just whatever? A pet shop. Aquabid. Squeeze just a little bit. Whatever. That's probably good enough. The thing I gotta worry about is quarter. Oh, still can actually. Just need to trim it. Apparently it's shortened up when I glued everything together. I have to tighten all the fittings. This is a little bit longer, huh? Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright. This used to go just, things are a little tighter now, so it's sitting a little lower. I could tighten this up just a hair. Just like that. Take it up. Should do that. Sit better. Sit flusher. Let me alright. PVC cutters. Let me get a marker. Get a rough idea where to cut it. Eyeball this real quick. Alright. So we want it to rest.
M&C Aquatics said, Jason building Greg Sage creations again.
But it's a little different. It's a little different. This is the one that Skull sent me. A little different than the Craig Sage ones, unless Craig Sage has a new one. But the old one I made was a Craig Sage thing. This one is a little different, but same idea, same principle. Everything's the same. Let's see, can I cut this at an angle like that? Problems for myself? That works. All right, we gotta do it this way.
Team detritus said, and there goes a thumb.
Hope not. Going chunky. Keep sliding. Boom. No thumb loss today. Perfect. Outfit's perfect. That, put this back. Back looking at fish for a minute. Alright, let's put that there. Put them back. Okay.
Skipper's Aquarium said, I'm back, start over LIL.
Right on. Alright, let's think. Let's off right here. And then we'll have, I need to get some more of this hose. Silicone stuff.
Here comes the rain again, falling on my head like a memory, falling on my head like a new emotion.
Parum pum pum. Alright, where can we do this test at? I'm not sure. Let me see what this looks like in this tank, actually. 'Cause I want to see. This is a little too big. Or I should say, the holes are too high. I'd have to put holes. These will work well for the 10 gallons. Could do. Well, just do the tank I was just testing. But
Fisherman64 said, "What's up, Skipper?"
what's up, Skipper? Let's do this one. This camera over here. Stepping on. Let me switch cameras to this mess of a tank. This is the rainbow fish tank. On. It's depressing. Okay, this will go in here. Will this sit? Nope, nope. See, I might have to put holes a little bit lower. I think I didn't glue that. These holes are a little too high. I can just add holes lower. I have to change this. This will not. Hang on, let me figure out. This is a good spot for.
Skipper's Aquarium said, "That is some nice wood I got there, Jason. I mean, in the other tank."
Yeah, yeah. That was from last year's class, not this past one. Year before. All right, let me mark. I'm gonna put some more holes in it. Roughly around there. Hold on, what are you borking out about? I gotta get the drill again. I know. It's Terry's favorite drill, too. My cordless is upstairs. I don't feel like getting it. The old drill motor. This thing is like old. This thing's it's probably at least 20 years old now. I've had this thing forever. Here, let's go back. Camera. Talking about this wood, right, Skip? This wood. Okay.
Barbara Jackson said, "Good morning, everyone," and that does indeed include Jason.
Thanks, Barbara. And good morning. Guess we're just gonna start with the big one. How about that? We'll just start with
Skipper's
the big one.
Aquarium said, "Yup."
Yup. That's the stuff. It's the one that tried to wheel and deal with the dude, and he's like, "Yeah, no." So I'm like, "Damn it!" Then I had to send Fishymon to go buy it. So clearly couldn't have given in after that. There is a piece of wood under here. Holy smokes. Dust and dirt. I can hold. There we go.
Skipper's Aquarium said he wheeled and dealed with mine.
Did he?
Window-licker hash 5
Did not mind.
33 tank could use more plants, maybe the trim from the green rock tank.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea. It definitely can use more plants. I agree with that. Here, let me back. Let's put this one back. Ooh. Sweep this up.
Barbara Jackson said, "What you making?"
I'm making a siphon overflow, a smaller one though. I just didn't have the holes. They were a little too high. But I guess the way that piece is, like, this is the piece that's not glued, so I guess I can just play with this. Like, what's a good height for stuff? Well, I guess now that would work on this tank too, huh? Alright, let me rinse, let me put all this away. Rinse this out. Got chips
Skipper's
everywhere.
Aquarium said, "I did help unload and load his van, LOL."
Yeah, I think, I was going to say, you did help him out. If I remember that. He was, you know, he gave you the employee discount. I was trying to get Maria and Steph to finagle it for me. They can only do so much. Chips are out. Alright, let's go back to the other tank. Alright, let's see. This in here. Oops, that's the wrong way. Whoops. Making a mess. You got a towel right there. Pool ball. Yeah, that looks like that'll work. It'll drain down to that level now. Not too horrible. I need to put a hose on there. Let me get this hose that I just took out of the other one. It's like silicone. Loosen this or heat it up a little. Wait. Oh my god. Come on now. Well, it's on. Confident I feel that it's gonna stay on. I'll have to add something to it. Alright, let me get this stuff out of my way real quick. I guess I don't need anything here anymore. Add the bucket here in a sec. Let's see here. Probably all the further we need to go. Sure that bucket lower than the tank, which it is. Okay. A little closer. So this is not hanging. All right. Now, just right. Close up with that water. Should add this whole thing here. How that works, but we're gonna try it like this. Whoops. Nope. Pretty sure it did not create that siphon. Made a huge mess though. I need to bring this closer. There we go. I just gotta figure out how to do this, right? Just heard that stop. Alright. I figure out what I'm doing wrong here. This needs to hold the siphon the whole time, right? So how can I get this to hold the siphon? That might be part of the reason why I'm shoving air back up in the hole.
Window Licker #5 said the picture is of my dog Rocky. He's 9 today. Time flies.
Yeah. Definitely water flowing now. Hopefully it stays flowing. So that was part of my problem, is I wasn't getting enough of the air out of that tube. See it, but you can see the water. So we're gonna let this drain. It's gonna fill up in this bucket. Try to sure is secure. It's draining in there. I'll stick my little.
Barbara Jackson said, I forgot, what kind of rainbow fish are those?
There's different kinds in there. There's the Bozeman. There's the Allen. Yeah, and then I think there's like an oddball, like a Iranian Jaya or whatever they're called. Right, that's the overflow sensor, so if we get a little too high, I can kick that on. Basically need to figure out what the rate of chooch is here. Yeah, I got those. Oh, what was that? The first year of the Clash I went. That was 2021, maybe? Yeah, the first year I went was the year I didn't stay at the Clash. I drove back and forth. And that was the year that Fishymon drank a little too much on that Friday and didn't make it back. Oh, man. Yeah, I think that's the year I got these fish. Yeah, so I've had them for 3 years now? 4 years? 4 years. All right, cool. This is definitely flowing out. Set up the sensor. Say 45
Skipper's Aquarium
seconds.
said, dang it. Some knock on the door. How do you start this fire on?
Well, we'll see. I'm gonna have to play this.
Car Works said, suck start it.
It's already going, man. How do you start the siphon? I basically just filled the whole thing, both pipes up with water, and kind of just took me a couple tries, but I got it. I think I didn't get enough air out of, enough air out of the tube. Because when I turned it up right, it was just pushing air back into the. Essentially, the inner one, the CPV, the little half-inch one, that's the one that needs to get filled. But if there's too much air in the pipe, it's just because it's better to have the inner and
Barbara
the outer
Jackson
pipe filled.
said gravity.
Gravity. That's how it worked. Yeah, I mean, I could demonstrate it again, I guess. I have to figure this out.
Select Pet said, I'm resisting the joke about sucking getting things done.
Alright, we're going to start pumping this out because it's getting a little high. But Skip, this is what I did. Took this whole thing and I shoved it in there. And I did my best to make sure that I got all the air out of it, including this part. And then I put it all back together under the water and just kind of went whoop, and it's still flowing. Although we are getting to the part where it's going to break the siphon real soon. Like, well, not the siphon. The siphon should stay intact. That's the whole thing here. Is this inner part is the siphon. Looks like we're down, no longer barely draining. Now, this is the fill tube. Let's handle this mess.
Coral Works said that's slicker than a grease pickle.
And I don't know if you can see over here, but I'm starting to use this is just fresh water, cold water. And I can have it on a valve here on some of these, like, this 1/4-inch tubing is. So I can set how fast it trickles in and how fast it trickles out. So let me
Skipper's Aquarium said,
blast
okay. I figured there was a more technical way, LOL.
Nope. This is low tech, man. Alright, so this is going to jack in fresh water. At some point, this should start filling a little faster. Still draining. See, it's still starting to flow faster. I just want to know how fast this is. Well, that's not full chooch. I have the valve at the sink kind of turned down. That's as far as that valve will let it open. I'll let this roll here like this for a minute and we'll see. Just kind of gauge the height so that I can see how fast I can shove water in, I guess. I am going to try and do something about it. Necessarily want to put more tick mark. Use that to gauge whether it's filling up or not. But it is definitely draining. Slicker than a grease pickle. Fill up. Look at those fish. They're playing in that. I love that. But yeah, like I could separate. Obviously, I can move this over more so that it's, bigger volume of the tank is being pushed.
Select Pet said that overflow looks a lot simpler than what I've been building. Time
Yeah,
to change my design.
that's what It's what is it? Skull Aquatics. He sent me
Windowlicker
an
Hash
email on
5
this.
said, what about the drain? Could you just run the hose to the sink or toilet or floor drain?
You could, yes, you absolutely could. You absolutely could. However, I don't think I have enough hose to reach the sink, and it would work on this level, but on the lower tanks it wouldn't work because the sink is higher than those tanks. The bucket I'm using, it probably still could be done. The problem with my fish room, like it's on a pretty steep slope, honestly. Like it goes over like inches over like several feet drop. This room, like I could show you how like my 75 or my 125 is entirely, the rack is 4 foot off the 4 inches off the ground, 5 inches off the ground. That's how out of level it is. That ends on the ground. This ends out of the ground. Over 6 feet.
Select Pet said, just run the hose to the floor. It will get to the floor, drain eventually.
Yeah, it'll drain eventually. Whether it's going over your doors or under your doors or whatever. All right, we're chooching here. Doesn't really look like it's filling either. That's cool. All right, I gotta turn this timer down. Gotta start. I just have it going to this.
Barbara Jackson said, by filling while emptying, I've always had a dumb feeling that I'd siphon out the fresh water instead.
Well, I mean, theoretically, you're just diluting everything, so you are kind of sucking out some fresh water, but you're also getting rid of the bad. Well, I wouldn't say bad water. Anyway, this is like a 3-gallon bucket. It's like a half bucket. I have this pond pump in here, hooked to a hose that goes to the drain. It's on a timer that looks for every so many. It's on for 45 seconds, and it's off currently for 5 minutes. I might have to change that. So I need on a little bit more. Might drain the whole thing, which we definitely want to. So that's like, I got to play with that a little bit. That's where it gets a little risky of overflowing because of this, the way I have it set. I used to have it on a float valve. However, that float valve would just kick on like every minute. Off, on, off, on, off, on. So that got a little annoying. So I went to this method where it's on for so many seconds, off for so many seconds or minutes. That's draining pretty well. And then by
Paul Soltero said, hello, fish nerds.
What up, Paul? And also by guesstimating the I'd say when it hits a certain point, I
Cora
consider
Work
it
said, I
2.5
like to use a
gallons.
pond pump like that to flush my undergravels, empty the tank from one uplift tube, and flush it from the other.
There you go. That's not a bad idea. Anyway, this is like I said, like when it fills up to a certain point, I consider it 2.5 gallons. I think it's like a 3-gallon bucket, but there's always going to be some water in the bottom. Count that about half a gallon. Once it gets to a point, about 2.5 gallons is what it drains. So you can guesstimate flow rates by how, like, all right, I have it set right now. Every 5 minutes, that pump is going to turn on for a minute. So if it is full at 5 minutes, you can guesstimate that every 5 minutes it's 2.5 gallons. You can do math. That would be what, 5 gallons every 10 minutes, which would be 30 gallons an hour, right? Say, okay, I'm changing 30 gallons an hour. In an hour, the entire volume of this tank has been moved through it, even though it's diluting the water, so it's not actually changing the parameter.
Bionic Bigfoot said, Jason, I
sense?
sent you an email with the siphon I use on my 55-gallon to my 55-gallon sump.
Nice. Cool, I'll check it out. Check it out now. I'm going to let this flow for a minute. Doesn't look like the water is getting any higher in the tank, which is awesome, because this is a pretty good clip, honestly. Just going to sit here for a minute and kind of gauge how fast this is flowing.
Daniel Velez said, good morning, everyone.
What's up, Daniel? How you doing, man? Yeah, I got PVC glue in my hands. Yeah, we're gonna let this flow for a minute, kind of get the rate at which it is flowing.
Victor C said, huge tank, Jason.
Thanks, man. It's 33 long, so I mean it's not incredibly huge, but not bad. A little bit more of the fish. Yeah, so it just it's slowly diluting the water to whatever the tap is. Sure, he's cool. Good. Yeah, man, we're running out of time. I am gonna let this flow for a while. That siphon. Just want to kind of get a gauge. So this should be just running, like the tank is no longer draining. So obviously when the tank is draining, when it drains to the level, it goes quicker. Let's put it that way. But now it's just maintaining that level. And then it's going to flow at whatever the rate is flowing in is going to flow out. So that's what I'm trying.
Window Licker #5 said you mentioned the 125.
Dead.
Can
We're going
I
to go there
pet
next.
that dog?
Can I pet that dog? I pet that dog. Yeah, we're going to go over there in a minute. But we're going to finish this, well, just for a minute. Just going to let this chooch. I want to get a gauge. Feeling this is filling up faster than 5 minutes.
Select Pet said when it gets so far along it goes quicker.
Usually it goes quicker when it's draining. Like you can see where the level is in the tank, right?
Danilo Moulin said bonjour les amis du
Yo.
manifesto.
Bonjour. Dennis, how you doing, man? Hope you're doing all right. Bonjour les amis. Oh. What up, Dennis? How you doing, man? Oh, it's pumping. Okay, cool. So it's actually probably doing about 2 gallons every 5 minutes, I'd say. So we'll leave that go. As long as this drains the whole bucket, should have a pretty good rate.
Cora Works said it goes quicker the less you watch it.
Yeah. No, like I was saying, you can see where the water level is currently, right? It's going to drain down to that level faster than when you I guess it could go, if I added water faster, it probably would flow faster. I don't know what the rate is where the water flowing in is more than it can flow out, so I haven't done that. But right now, that valve is pretty much wide open on this end. It's not wide open on the other end, so I could definitely. But if I put it wide open in the other end, it's going to shoot straight down in there like a water pick and start pushing the gravel and stirring all sorts of stuff up. So that's why I kind of keep it a little toned down at the sink. I don't really want to put water in faster than what it's going at that moment, so I'm just going to leave it like this and consider this the max flow. And currently, that mark I put here is still at the same level as it was, so everything is keeping up. All right, that's good. I'm going to call this 2 gallons every 5 minutes. So that would be 4 gallons in 10 minutes, which would be, what's 4 times 6? Would be 24 gallons an hour. Does that sound right? Which is, like a 75, 80% water change.
So the water pressure in the tank above the intake increases drain volume until pressure drops.
Yeah, essentially. Or, at some point the pipe can only handle so much volume, so it's only going to flow at, I don't know what that is. But yeah, it works on gravity. So obviously the higher the height of the column of water is going to put more weight, so it'll flow out faster, I guess, or try to anyway. It'll flow out at a faster rate than if it's just at unless I was filling the tank at, you know, a rate where it was causing it to create more height of the column, which would be more pressure. Right? Isn't it like the hydrostatic paradox? The height of the column is what determines the pressure, not the volume of the container. Like this 10-gallon right next to this tank. Can't see right now, but if I turn this way, let's assume these are at the same level. It's the same pressure at the bottom. This is 33 gallons. This is 10 gallons. Matter as long as you could have a 1-inch tube that was this high and it would create pressure down. So yeah. See you all later. The fish will be in watching. All right, Fish Dreams, thanks for coming in. It's quicker. It's a height and density thing. Yep. Well, it's the same thing with you know, air. Like people don't ever think about this. Like we have the entire weight of the atmosphere on top of us right now. Good thing air is pretty light, right? But it still creates 14.7 millibars of pressure, or whatever that is. Inches of mercury, that's what it is. 14.7 inches of mercury. Like that is standard sea level pressure. So think about that. Why
Skipper's Aquarium said, I was at Aquarium Domain's house yesterday. I want to get a 125 or a 200-gallon tank.
Heck yeah, man.
No, I want to build a tank also, a LOL.
That would be interesting. That'd be kind of cool.
Select Pet said so it would work differently in New Orleans than Denver.
Slightly. Yes. Well, that's the reason why you have to change, you know, boiling times and stuff.
That's why Subaru is the most accurate car brand. They're submarines for the air instead of marine.
There you go. No, but that's the reason why boiling pressure or boiling times change in Denver as they will in New Orleans. Because there is less volume of air pushing down on that surface of the water in Denver. So I think things boil faster. You have to boil them less or whatever. So yeah, that is definitely a thing. And that's the reason why. It's also why airplanes fly at a certain altitude. Because if they go much higher, it's like well, they usually fly at like the best fuel economy. Where they're making you know, the best speed for the fuel efficiency. But yeah, they'll fly at the top. They call it troping out. It's the top of the troposphere. It's where all the air starts to get thinner the higher you go. All the weight's there.
Paul Soltero said Jeremy gave Skipper his at.
His at? No. Oh, you retracted. I guess I was wrong. All right, this is working. Cool. So we're just going to leave this go for a little while. I'm just going to let this, let's figure in an hour. You guys won't be here anymore. But I will be. But in an hour from now, let's see. In an hour from now, I'll consider that being 25 gallons changed. I'll probably let it run for 2, maybe 3 hours and do like, that's why I kind of want to do this. I can even tone it down, slow it up, but I kind of wanted to see how fast it would go. As a matter of fact, I think I am going to slow this down. And we can say half speed. Because what's going to happen is this water temp is going to drop a whole lot too. This is straight up cold water going in there. So I don't want to shock too much.
Paul Soltero said address, damn autocorrect.
Yeah, there you go. Now this is like a little trickle. Okay, so now we're going to adjust the pump time here.
Window Liquor Hash 5 said, how's the salt tank?
Up to 15 minutes on that. See how that goes. Salt tank is doing okay. I haven't done much with it since last week. Same old, same old. It probably should now that I have this little thing built. I can play with it. But alright, let's deal with the 125 real quick. first off, let's move this here. There's the fire mouth. He actually seems to be really liking this new tank, honestly. Alright, let me dump this bucket. Get this out the way.
Select Pet said, autocorrect, I can't type anything with AMP anymore, or my phone puts Amphiliphus.
Amphiliphus. An interesting word. Okay, where's my... Looking at 25. AMP anymore in my phone. I don't know what that means or why, but it's very interesting. It's all the way up. Now, the sump. Here. This side has always been giving me problems. Here, let's go a little too high.
Select Pet said, it's the genus for red devil and Midas cichlid.
Oh, there you go. That's funny. Mine does that
said
too.
Jeremy gave Skipper his address. Wow, did he pat Skipper down before he left?
Yeah, you sure he had everything with him? Or didn't leave with anything he's not supposed to? Oh, Jesus. Yeah, my phone does that with, if I start typing PS, it does the pseudomoogle, like right away. No, that's not what I'm typing. Okay, I guess what I should do is stop that pump, fix this pump, clean it up. You need to stop the pump. There we go. Just stop. Let's hit the feed button. We could do a straight up water change on this. It's good to know that siphon still works. Or the water bridge is draining. See it flowing up over there. That's what this pipe in the middle. Because my design was flawed, okay? I can admit it. It's imperfect. Tried my best.
Cora Works has said, do you use different tools for your saltwater and freshwater systems? I know best practices is sterile or separate tools for every tank. I mean more like for rust than cross-contamination.
Well, most of the tools, I don't really use too many tools in the saltwater tank other than like a net or a hose for the siphon or the fill. So, no, I don't. And if I was going in there with like aquascaping tools, most of them are stainless, so they shouldn't rust. But even though apparently I got the cheap ones that do rust. Alright, this seems to be level now. I want to take this off. When I designed the system, I made these quick disconnects or whatever they are, unions, which was a pretty good design in my mind. So unplug that, make sure. And get the thing tray so I don't make a mess. Little tray I like to stick things in. We can go down a little bit more. So I'll put this here now. This little aqua, whatever they are, things. Alright, this is the problem I have.
Pum pum
Oh,
pum.
there he is.
Pum pum pum. Pum pum pum. Pum pum pum.
I have smaller. The problem that I've been experiencing with these pumps, and I don't know the way around this. Where are my tweezers? Not here. something. I don't know. Big enough or small enough. I used to have fine needle nose. Yeah. All right. Anyway, the problem is that these Malaysian trumpet snails keep sticking their little noses up in there and getting stuck. So that this pump, I don't know if you can see that, but there are like, you gonna see that? Can you see that? There are 3, 4, 6 snails in there. This is why this pump stops working all the time. I'll try and stick here.
Cora Works said my tweezers didn't rust until I used them in salt water.
That's
I must
interesting.
have bought stain-resistant steel.
1. Yeah. I don't know if mine. I did buy a set like off of Amazon like a long time ago. Those actually did kind of rust a little.
My KLA said, Fisherman, has the husky taken you for a walk yet this morning? Fishymon64 said the sump of shame giving a little problem.
Well, it's more like the snails in the sump of shame are giving me a problem. Can't even see what I'm doing. Stupid snails. Hang on. Alright, let's oh. I'm not gonna be able to talk much.
Nathan Hovey said, couldn't you cover the pump with filter floss to block the snails?
Bad idea, man. Gotta do something.
Cora Works said maybe you could find a really fine mesh pump bag like they use for paint sieves and such. Window Liquor Hash 5 said, can you put a screen or sock on the intake side of the pump?
I'm leaving the answer is yes. I could. The problem is then isn't it going to choke up the sump? Or the, I guess they're going to have two problems there. Need squirt in there. Try and loosen those dudes up in the back there.
Fishymon64 said, yes, the husky has taken me on a walk already.
Hang on a sec. I gotta rinse this in the sink, I think. So give me a second. And I can take this out. There's the plug. Ow. Plug this real quick. I'm just gonna rinse this out. So bear with me. You guys can look at some fish for a minute. I should probably take that flashlight so I can see. Can't even see the fish. Hang on. How about now? Hey, look, there's the hoplocat. It's hanging out right there. Take this too. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is to these.
Said, Jason, I don't know if you mentioned the brand of pump you're using for water changes.
Oh, it's just a generic pond pump, man. I got it at like a Home Depot, like a special. Nothing great.
Fisherman64 said Jasmine just put a sign, no snails allowed.
Oh, really?
Andy Carson said, I have tried blocking snails with both filter floss and filter bags. They both plug up, but both are quicker to clean than removing snails from the pumps.
That's sure. I could see that being a fair thing. So yeah, maybe, I don't know what, I mean, the problem with the Malaysians too. I was like, what the hell is happening? That's the pump. So it's been 15 minutes. I think I got that out. I'm not sure.
Fisherman64 said, oh yeah, snails can't read.
Are you sure? Alright. Well, see, this is what I currently have here. This kind of goes on the bottom, so maybe I don't have...
Skipper's Aquarium said, no, I got to pee. Thanks, LOL.
This way. So maybe something over this. Let's keep this off. Trying to think here. This needs to get back up. Yeah, do I have any filter bags? I'm trying to think if I did, where they would be. It's back here. I don't have any problems with the snails. I just have a problem with getting in the filter. I do have... See, I don't think that mesh bag is going to be good enough, though. So... It's not that. This is like a pretty fine sponge, actually. I can just cut a piece of this and that would work. Let's see. Just cut a strip. Got 2 strips. I can just rest on that, right? That would prevent, also act like a filter. Quick, but easier to clean, you're right. Alright, let's cut some strips. That too, see how it works. You're okay, Lily. He's gonna hurt you. Cut that. 1, 2. That'll work.
Fishyman64 said, I got 2 male baddies and all they do is keep flaring at each other.
Oh, yeah. Well, are they in the same tank? I'm assuming you mean bettas. If the tank isn't big enough, they're probably going to attack each other at some point, but doing it for a while now, they're probably going to be okay. Alright, let's put this back. Let's put this back in here. Go here. Let's hook this back up. Alright. Let's plug this back in here.
Fishroom 64 said, yes. It's a 20 long lots of plant cover.
Oh yeah, they'll probably be all right. I mean, that's their thing, man. They're territorial, so probably gives them something to do all day, protecting their territory. I don't know. If it looks like one's getting beat up, then you might want to address it. But then, man, I think it's beautiful. You all right? Okay. The question is, can I get this to rest on the? Let's see. Shrink. Anything we can do to slow them. Maybe I can. Yep, that's resting on it. Cool. I guess over here we should do that one
Paul
too.
Soltero said, I've been looking at the 60P0 utility pump to do water changes. Is it pricey because it's a better product or because it's a Sichi?
It's probably pricey because it's got a name to it. Honestly, that one I'm using for mine, I got at Home Depot. It was the pond pump or whatever fountain pump. It's like whatever generic Chinese brand. Nothing crazy. Plug this. Yeah, and it's been working for years. I actually had that as the sump, the actual main pump on my one aquarium for a while until I did that build video a couple years ago. Let's this one out. We're gonna make sure there's no snails causing issues here. Oh, Jesus, it got wet. Okay, that's different. Definitely snails in there. Whoa. Yeah.
Fisherman64 said it's been working for years.
Mm-hmm. This too. That sponge. Let's see what I'm doing there. Stick that. This is Momy. Momy goodness. It's pretty much on that. For me. Let's take these snails, get them out of here. Now, I'm gonna fill up the sump. And I don't know. So we'll let it go. Let me get some water. Top off the sump. I should do a water change on this though, honestly.
Paul Soltero said, Jason, do you know the GPH of that pump?
You're talking about the generic one? Or the one that's in the tank here? Because these are different pumps. These are in the tank is in the sump anyway, is they're DC pumps. And they're from what the heck is the name of the brand? Drawing a blank. They make lights too. Higer. Yeah, Higer pumps are what I'm using on the sumps and the other sumps as well. I'll tell you in 1 sec. Just gonna start a water change here, because why not? Let me tell you. It says right here it is 3,500 liters per hour. So if you want to do the math on that. 3.4, 3.7, something like that. Alexa, how many gallons is 3,500 liters? 925 gallons, so about 900 gallons per hour is what the pump in the overflow, the bucket. These pumps are, some of these were, these are HG915 4000, so maybe 4,000 liters per hour, so that would be 100 gallons per hour, something like that. And I have 2 of them in this tank. Alright, we're going to do a little bit of a water change here, and this is probably going to be the rest of the stream. Fire mouse looking pretty good.
Fishyman64 said, Jazzarin, I'll give you $5 to drink some of that moomy goodness.
Moomy. No, thank you. Lily, what are you doing? You're a bad cat, Lily.
Skipper's Aquarium said, Madame Alexa answered, yeah. Window Licker #5 said, what about the water bridge? Is it okay?
It's still working, but when I fill up the
Nathan
tank,
Hovey said, I got an email
set
from
that up.
Higer about getting 2 products to do a review on.
Nice.
Some weird sump filter thing, a submersible light, or a hob.
Weird sump filter thing. Well, that sounds interesting. Should check that out. Why not? This little Hoplo cat, man, he's going crazy. Yeah, I will, when I fill this tank back up, I will, make sure the water bridge is going. But it was functioning. You can see the sump is all level, both sides, so water was coming from one side to the other. Oh me goodness. Mommy. This tank is still filling. Well, flushing. I like this method because it's like
Nathan Hovey said it hang outside the tank, and you can drain the poo ECT without needing to clean the entire sump.
Oh, I've seen these things. I know what you're talking about. I don't know how they work, but it's kind of cool. If I remember correctly,
Victor
it's like
C
a
said,
collection
thanks
tube.
for live streaming at depths unknown.
No problem, Victor. Thanks for being here. Got a little bit yet. We're almost done. Here. We're near full. Oh yeah, I see your Dennis, your overflow sump thing. That's exactly like the same thing I just built for the big one. A little different, but same idea. Same idea. Interesting.
Window Licker #5 said, I can't remember is the bridge glued. Maybe a good time while the glue is out.
No, it is. I'm pretty sure I did glue. Yeah. The elbow, this top part's all glued. I think even the bottom is glued. I can see the glue, the welds. I got a half a gallon couple. We're gonna go down a little bit here. Innocent barbs. Firemouth is looking pretty good too. All the sharks are. Everybody's doing okay. Now I was able to do. I did test the old siphon drain on this tank, and I had it. I think I had it set up so sumps were off. Might have just been the one side was off. It's been a while to play with it. I think I had either one side off or both sides off, and I was just filling it from above, and it was draining down here, and it would just overflow. It's flushing the whole system. But obviously you have to have the sump so high.
Nathan Hovey said, I just don't have a tank to use that type of filtration with unless I broke down the tank underneath one. Custom racking, so no room for another empty tank sump.
Right. Well, then try like the Hangout back or the light, submersible light. Or just, whatever. You're like, nope, thanks. Thanks anyway. Nobody's ever contacted me, I'll tell you that. So that shows you where I stand with some of these people. Maybe I should contact them. Yo! That's alright though. I do my own testing. That way I'm not bought and sold, right? Though I have been thinking about reaching out to some people. There's stuff I would like to see. I don't know. Possibility. Alright, while this is filling or draining, I'm going to make sure that these are tight.
Fisherman64 said, I just posted a picture of my pack, a bowl from the last contest on my community page on YouTube. It's still going strong.
Nice. Well, that's cool. Congrats, man. Yeah. Do a little bit of a water change here. Probably.
Nathan Hovey said, I'm 50-50 on of OTS actually a real email, leaning towards yes as the link takes me to the website.
Well, that's always a good sign. But never trust links in emails, man. What's wrong with you? That's the first sign it could be a scam. Just taking you to a funky site that looks like the real one. I just, whatever the link is, like just go there. Type it in your browser manually. Or only copy the text. It's legit. I don't know. They got screwing people down to a science, so got to keep an eye out on that thing. Those things.
Window Liquor Hatch 5 said, tell them you got 12.5K subs now. They better recognize Jen Ruel.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that helps when you go to say, hey, by the way, I have 12,000 subs. Kind of gives you a little bit of the clout, I guess. But I mean, what is 12,000? Nothing. It's it's not like I'm Aquarium Co-op or the King of DIY. Then again, you never know. Maybe someday. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, yeah, can't hurt. It can't hurt to ask. I guess if it was something I'm interested in testing, let's put it that way. Trying out.
Nathan Hovey said they can't get blood for a stone if they want to hack my...
Yeah. That's true. Probably why I haven't been hacked yet either. Like, dude,
congratulations, Window Liquor, #5 on the membership milestone.
Dude.
Window Liquor.
Hash 5 has been an extraordinary aquarist for 14 months.
Right on. Wow. I guess we are in November now, aren't we? Damn. Well, congrats, man.
Skull Aquatic said, watch Michael's Fishroom video about how they react when you leave a bad review.
Oh, really? I'm guessing not good, huh? Threaten them? Lawsuit? Try and avoid that. I'm gonna try and avoid that. Alright, we're almost done here with this water.
Fisherman64 said, Jazrin, you would have to do a MMA match to get more subs.
An MMA match? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, man.
Window
I
Liquor
got
Hash
beat up.
5 said, and love every minute of it.
We'll throw down, Fishymon, you and me in the
The
ring.
3G said I got hacked. They felt bad and put money in.
Yeah. Like, oh, damn, this guy. Let's steal him some money. Yeah, I could see that. Alright, I'm gonna let this go a little bit longer. I have like a mark I like to put it on. Seems like
Fisherman64 said a jello match.
pudding. Vanilla pudding. Nasty. Ugh. Gotta be. We're almost at time. I'm gonna be going a little late, I guess. Fill this back up. Shouldn't be too bad. Fill it back up. Start up the sumps. Make sure the water bridge is refreshed. That's it. 3 hours.
Skipper's Aquarium said they wouldn't wrestle, they will eat it, LOL.
A whole lot of pudding.
Skull Aquatic said Kirk wants banana pudding so he can wear his hammock.
That's a visual we don't need.
Alishan AS said from a post yesterday on FB Michael's Fish Room is shutting down.
Oh, really? Wow. That sucks. Does he have a reason, or is just, moving on in life? I guess I should probably, I don't know if I have him on. There's like, I rarely go on Facebook. Kind of out of that Facebook loop. And every time I go on Facebook, I'm reminded of why I don't go on Facebook.
Fishyman64 said, I seen that post. He's tired of fish.
Oh, that sucks. Get it. Especially when you turn it into a business, then it becomes no fun. That's kind of why I have never done that. Kind of like to keep this as like fun. A hobby, something I do. Opposed to something I have to do. It's the balance there, I guess. You gotta make sure.
Nathan Hovey said same with Nick from Keeping Fish Simple. He's selling his store ECT.
Wow. Yeah, I guess burnout's real, right? Alright, let's yeah. I know, I mean there are times that I felt like it's a little overwhelming, especially when you have a lot of tanks, That's why I try to make things like manageable. Or at least try to, anyway.
Barbara Jackson said, sounds like he hit the old fish keeper burnout.
Yep.
He's been at it a long time.
That's the thing, that is true.
Skipper's Aquarium said, good day, everyone. Time to take my son to a friend's house and my daughter to a birthday party. Nice seeing you, Jason.
It's good seeing you too, man. And take care. Have fun. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's gonna be that time soon. Oh, I'm gonna eat. Oh, I'm hungry. Make me some hot dogs. With pickles and onions. Mustard. Mustard onion pickle dog. Mmm. Macaroni salad on the side. Mmm. Crack a beer. Mmm.
Nathan Hovey said Nick said he wanted to focus on keeping breeding fish for himself and
Yeah.
YouTube. Now the channel is actually so great.
So, like, he's shutting down his store and just keeping focus on his hobby and the YouTube side of it. That's cool. Dude, that's probably the best way to do it. That's kind of what I'm trying to do.
Jenny
It's on YouTube.
Dumoulin said munch, munch, munch.
Munch, 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 munch. Hey, man, you leave him alone. Fire mouse attacking the...
Andy Carson said, now I'm drooling.
The Hoplo cat is in where the fire mouth, like his little area there. He's like pecking at him, like, yo, dude, get out of my spot, man. Ain't your cave. Got news for you, fire mouth. It was his cave before it was yours. Doesn't matter to him.
Nathan Hovey said, yep, I can relate to that reasoning.
Yeah, I could too, man. I get it. Munch, munch, munch. Oh, I'm going to be munching. Hot dogs up till they're nice and brown. Skin is crispy. Not too crispy. Potato rolls. This thing cannot fill up fast enough. I'm not sure if Kenny E's going today. He usually goes on Sundays. His members only live stream, which is probably happening right now. So if you're a member of Kenny E's stream, you might want to head on over there.
Fishyman64 said Jazrin likes wieners.
Oh yeah. These are the Nathan's. All natural. Beef hot dogs. I have to turn that. Still not.
Barbara Jackson said, oh yeah, it was fall back today in the US. I'm
Mm-hmm.
still in bed, so it's not affecting me at the moment.
Isn't it 1 o'clock now for you?
Window Liquor #5 said, oh yeah, I was thinking steak and eggs, but hot dogs sound really good too. Now, what do you do? Eggs and hot dogs are maybe not a combo.
No, you can't. Eggs and hot dogs, that'd be a little weird. That might be a little weird. I could see that being weird. I'm thinking like you do hot dogs and mac and cheese, man. That's a good combo. Put some mac and cheese. Make some mac and cheese. Put some hot dog. Cut them up. Put a little hot sauce in there. Mm. Mm. Oh. All right. Well, this has been successful. We got that sump drain thing, siphon overflow drain working. It's more compact. Use it on smaller tanks, which is good. Now it frees me up to do that on, like, even these 5 gallons over here probably work. Second. Fill up this. We'll fill up the sump. We'll make sure that the siphon overflow or the water bridge is functioning. I'll fire up the pumps, and that's pretty much gonna be the stream. Then I'm gonna munch.
Barbara Jackson said it's still morning here, 9 o'clock.
Oh yeah, nice. Are you West Coast? You gotta be West Coast. Close the lid. Come down here. I can just get this. This is how I restart the siphon. Wait, you can't see me. There we go. Or not the siphon, the water bridge. Plug that in there. Take this off of here. And jack water. All the air that's in the line comes out. That side.
Window Licker Hash 5 said, how's the fry and mops doing? Have you started some baby brine lately?
Yeah, this baby brine is. I'm gonna feed it tonight. This is like the 4th time this week I've actually on it, man. I'm gonna fill up that side. Pull this out of here. Pull that out of there. There we go. Back on. Let's fill all the way up. Got it. There. Back. There. Let's try and find that plug. Where'd it go? There it is. Let's plug this in. Side. There's a plug here too. Where'd it go? There it is. Plug that in. That up. We got water flowing out of there. Got water flowing out of there. Bit of mold that I stirred up everywhere.
Barbara Jackson said so much PVC. Nice to hear you.
Well, like I said, that was a design flaw. Didn't think about it at the time. Oh, whoa. There we go. Okay. That's chooching. Chooching. I just made this tank a mess. Whoa! Almost fell. Alright, we can put this back. Let's put the toes away. Ow. Isn't that cool? Alright. Alright. Hands off real quick. Guys, I think that's working. We're gonna let that just keep an eye on this, see how it goes. Yeah. That'll clear up over time once it filters around. This I'm just gonna let run for a couple hours yet. I think I have to adjust the time that the
Window Licker Hash 5 said it's not a flaw if it works. There just might be a better design.
Exactly. That's true. Alright, so off time, I'm going to increase this to like 30 minutes because I don't think this is filling up as fast. So every 30 minutes it's going to drain down 2 gallons, 2.5 gallons. So I figure every hour is 5 gallons. That's a pretty slow rate to let go for like a day, you know. Come back later tonight and check on it. Whatever, a couple hours, just shut it off. 3 hours. gallons. 4 hours would be 20 gallons. Nice and slow, so nothing shocks the fish. The heaters can probably keep up with the tank at that point. Because it is dry, it's 75 degrees and it's set for 78. Not well if it works, that's right. Stupid and it works, it ain't stupid. Right? Isn't that the saying? Alright guys, that's it. I think we're calling this a day. Appreciate it. Everyone hanging out. It's fun. Do it again next week. Sorts of stuff. Get to feed the flounders, but you know. 75. Well, yeah, guys. Thanks, everyone. If you have any questions, comments, you know, always feel free to leave it down below. I read all my comments. You want to email me about, talk to me about, feel free here. Otherwise, hit the like if you haven't. Subscribe if you haven't. And we'll see you in the next one. All right, guys. Thanks. Bye.